I've been continuing to learn about myself. I'm finding more and more depth to who I am. And the thoughts and ideas and the stories that I used to define myself are changing so much.
Okay, so let's just pause there. Sorry. We just want to use the same tool we use with John Becker, right? Because we want to reinforce this. So you see how those are statement, statement, statement. Positive, constructive, self-aware, all moving to the side. Statement, statement, statement. Now, she might be building up to a but. Maybe not. We hope not. But sometimes people will try to front load the good stuff. Things have been going well. I got a promotion at work. I'm feeling like my lover and I are getting along really well, but I broke my leg, right? So let's see where Carrie decides to go. We're just using this as a teaching moment, Carrie.
She does take a couple of unusual twists and turns.
Oh, we got unusual turns coming. Mm-hmm. Okay. We just imagine the hamster wheel as sort of like a Mobius strip hamster wheel instead of like a real, when you said unusual turns, that's the first thing we thought is, okay, we're left turn hamster wheel. It was funny to us. Anyway, go ahead.
Because of this, I'm coming to know that there is that depth and vastness in everyone around me.
Oh, there's a nice assumption. Okay.
That makes me realize that my versions of people could not be entirely accurate because they too have such depth and vastness.
Okay, we have to stop there. They are infinite and immortal souls. We will not take that away from anybody because that's an unchangeable truth. They can be unconscious like a doorknob as well. And that does not make them bad or wrong. It just means that you cannot have a conscious conversation with an unconscious person. So is that where the story, well, let's just see where the story turns out.
That isn't exactly, but it continues on that vein.
Okay.
This makes me feel more separate, like I'm going in the opposite of oneness.
Oh, fascinating. Okay, that's an interesting place to go. We didn't expect that. You were right. There's twists and turns in this story. Okay, what's next?
Now, here's the Mobius strip.
Okay.
I now want to be as clear and honest as possible to the people around me because I feel like that is my best way of communicating since I have no way of knowing how they will interpret my words in their story.
Yeah. That's true.
That's
a good one. Yeah.
I didn't understand it before.
What's interesting is we could have just started the whole question off at that point.
I want to speak more honestly from my heart.
We would say from your truth, whether that comes from your heart or your big toe. This is hard for us to know where everybody plunks their truth, but yeah.
This feels scary, especially with my family.
Oh, yeah. We knew they were going to come in. That's the cast of characters.
I feel like they would laugh at me if I spoke what I really feel from my heart. I have a lot of sadness that I want to let out.
Okay. Is that it?
No.
Okay, let's stop there. Yeah, okay. Let's pause there. This is good. So you've got Maya's question, right? They're going to think I'm weird if I have a dog business, a spiritual dog business. But she's got the family thing worked in. And here's where it comes down to. First off, you can speak your truth to anyone. If you're attached to how they respond, familiar suffering ahead. If you assume that they can respond to you consciously, you're mistaken. If you need them to respond to you consciously, don't talk to them if you don't think they can. That's the whole, I feel like, oneness thing. You're aware now that you're all one, but you're also aware that not everyone's like you. That doesn't mean you're not in oneness. It just means you're aware that you're doing a unique and individuated journey. And the point where you come to this, Veronica's been studying this topic as well. The point where you come to, you realize not everybody sees the world in similar ways to me or to you. And you don't use that as a reason to make them wrong. It's just another fact as we lay the facts out. Oh, they're not, they don't, the one that is always easy to fall back on is like racism. If somebody says that person has dark skin, therefore they're less than me, and you go, I don't think that's true. In fact, I can't believe you think that's true. That's where you get into the middle ground that's troublesome. I don't believe that's true. If you go into, I can't believe you think that's true, you get so messed up because you get caught up in all this other energy and you're matching energy with them. So this is my truth. And if they laugh or if they make fun of you or they tell you you're wrong or you don't understand, all that does is inform you of what kind of consciousness level they're coming from. If you hold in that awareness, then they can match energy with you rather than your fear causing you to match energy with them. There's this saying, don't throw pearls before swine. What that means in this context is if you, and you are super conscious, don't let yourself fall for the idea that everybody is ready to be super conscious with you. Another way we've said this is don't try to have a level 5 conversation with someone who's in level 2. You can use level 2 tools to help them or to have the conversation with them, but you can't say, oh, this trigger is mine when someone's like, that asshole just ran me off the road on my bicycle. It won't work. So you have to evaluate not just will they think I'm weird, but where they're coming from, which means that your confidence about your perspective on the situation has to be more natural to you, which is where you're learning. It has to come from a more, this is the truth of me place rather than, I hope that it's okay that this is the truth of me place. You see
She
the
said
difference?
she got that.
She got that?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Oh, okay, good. Okay. Oh, on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Billion. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
There's more to her question, right?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Also, I broke my leg. No. I just,
You bad girl.
no, but also, I sprained my lower back.
Yeah.
You were poking me in that spot when I sat with you in Sonoma. Can you tell me what you felt there?
Oh, goodness. We just realized that you were carrying a load and we were feeling like the load was heavy. And really today you're getting to, every time you talk to us, you get to a further awareness of your relationship primarily with your family. This is all about your relationship with your family. You said it, but we know it even more. It's, okay, great. I've discovered I'm conscious. I've discovered I'm infinite and immortal. I've discovered that I'm willing to climb that mountain. And because I know I'm willing to do it, that means that potential exists in everyone. And because that potential exists in everyone, we'll relate to you, we'll relate on that level. Okay? And the other person goes, I'm going to walk the garden path, thank you very much. And you're weird because you want to do what? Why would you want to climb that mountain when you could just stroll along here? And you're like, but climbing the mountain is a choiceless choice for me. Part of the choiceless choice is, and one of the reasons it's hard is because other people might not get it, but that doesn't make you wrong, and it doesn't make them wrong. It allows for people to be different, which you all are. You're all different while being the same. It's amazing. But you absolutely cannot assume that because you've had an aha that everybody else around you gets it too. Now they can match energy with you, but in your case, we think them matching energy with you would be to say, I'm not ready to be that conscious, and they wouldn't use that language. Wow, I see that works for you. I'm not interested. And then you have to allow yourself to experience the fact that they're not interested as okay. Not something must be wrong with me because I can't bring them along with me. Like you can pay their rent, but you can't make them choose to be conscious.